All right, it is Thursday, folks. Happy Thursday. And welcome to the Moosejaw Hour, where we spend 1 hour of our attention span on tiny trucks, talk about some recent things here, and talk about this little ding here, and this milestone, I guess you will say. We'll get to that. But first, how many of you are interested in the Axial Basecamp kit? And how many of you are actually surprised? But boom, it showed up out of nowhere. Who knew? I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting anything, but who knows? But in any case, please say hello, and yeah, let's see check in where you're from and what you're doing. I don't know. Maybe we don't want to know everything. But in any case, welcome to the Moosejaw Hour. Hit that like button, subscribe, and so forth. We are late. We are 1 hour late. We had some people here at the current Moosejaw headquarters, and I had to wait for them to be done with all the house stuff, and they got it done. They're coming back in, I think, next week or later this week. I have no idea where we are, but do final inspection, and then all of this will be moved into a new location. Probably won't look this good, and as you can see, it's getting a little more empty out here. So we're going to have a lot of fun this weekend, all the way up to Tuesday, and then getting on with all that. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm wearing the same shirt from the last live stream. So, Hobby Room's in the house. Good evening, Room. Good, thank you for joining us, Hobby Room. Eric Baker, hello, sir. How you doing? I might be in Sacramento sometime next week. Wednesday? Thursday? I don't know. Tim! There's Tim. Lucky, I don't know if he's lucky, but he's number 100 there. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope everything's fine in Estonia. Do you have rain there? We finally don't have rain. It's nice. Even though I don't mind the rain, kind of, sometimes, depending. If I'm working a winch, I hate it. But other than that, I love the rain. Magic School Truck, hello there, sir. Clinton Lloyd, hello, folks. All right, I'm watching Matt's video on the Basecamp Builders Kit. Yeah, I was starting to watch that, and then I got preoccupied, and then I'm gonna go back to see that. I do have it on my screen here, kind of give it an ins and outs, and we'll look at it here in a moment and give our opinion, our expert opinion here, won't we? Oh man. I could imagine Colorado. Hey, Colorado. David, please forgive me. I don't know if you were at regionals, because Colorado wasn't my best weekend, even for me, but did we? See, this is how I was preoccupied with all this house stuff. Did we meet in Colorado? Were you at the regionals? I met a lot of people, and like I said, on that Thursday, I was out of it, and yeah. Hey, Joe, my daughter and I are watching while having my birthday dinner. I hope there's good cake there, Ray. I hope there's good cake. That cake sounds good right now. My daughter noticed the same shirt. Yeah, I actually got a compliment at the title company. There's some lady who's older than I am, unless she's not aging well. She goes, "Oh, Crash Bandicoot, that was a good game." I'm like, "Yeah, it was. Yes, it was." Yes, they should have a movie. Hello, New Jersey is in the house. Hello, New Jersey, Pablo. David, me too. What part? I'm in Frederick. Oh, okay, you guys are talking. Hobby Room, I have an idea to pitch to Matt and Josh on that. Hey, give me ideas. I pitched some ideas. So far, I'm 0 for 2. Maybe 3. I don't know. Because let's be honest, their brains, their ideas are so... They probably think it's got... Like anybody, like any of these RC companies, they probably have something they discuss a lot and write down and what they're going to go to. But pitch me an idea. Pitch it and I'll pitch it to them. Nice looking truck. Yes, Tim, it's a very nice looking truck. We'll get to that in a moment. Everybody's saying hello. David Winter, has not stopped raining here since regionals. Whoa. See, yeah, when I kind of vented last time about regionals, I didn't get to enjoy Colorado as much as I should have. Dogs should be quiet. There we go. Gosh. But you guys, But I next time, I don't know if I'll even comp. I like hanging out with my friends and everything, and maybe help them comp, with videoing and hand them a tool. But other than that, I think I just use my free time and just chase some moose. That's what I think I'm going to do from now on. Comps are not for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. No rain, 25-30 degrees Celsius weather. Expecting rain at the end of the month. All right. Well, she'll see if rain's going to hit the Formula One Canada area. We'll see. Won't get in Formula One talk, but I do like Formula One myself. Pouring out right now, and I mean pouring. Oof. Oh. It's like shell shock. Going back in deja vu. Like, oh. We've had some rain. It's been kind of okay the last 2 days, but we've been getting rain and so forth. In fact, like Smith Valley, south of me, about an hour or so, it's flooding in there. The farmlands and everything. Carson City, which is just 30 minutes away, it had a landslide and slid into a movie theater. I don't know if they were watching a disaster movie and then it became kind of real effects, but yeah. So it's kind of calm lately. We'll see. Near Springs. Okay, yes, there you go. Dave with the Forerunner. Oh, okay. At regionals. Okay. Anyone ever use copper nickel brake line on any RCs? Do I need to code it? That's a good question, Mike. That's one I don't know. Do you ever use copper nickel brake line? So if you're saying, I hear brake line used a lot for making cages and such. I don't know how it can handle a hit. But, and I think even Matt, on one of his builds, one of his videos, he explained how he used brake line once. So, anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. Went to regionals for vendor loot, but it was a bust. I'm sorry to hear that, David. I have my bag that I got, and I haven't gone through it. I know that I got some Vanquish straight axle kit. It's just the straight axles with all the bearings and such. What am I going to do with it? I have no idea. We shall see. Let's see. Off-Joff builds the chassis, and Matt does the carbon bug body. There you go. I will buy the rig from them at whatever they ask. That's the thing. I mean, the Porsche are a hit or miss with some people. And there's some like, why would you do that to a Porsche? But I mean, it makes sense. I've seen plenty of Porsche rally cars and Porsche, desert runners type stuff. So why not? It's a perfect body to comp with. I think it's kind of slender and low and doesn't. I don't think their bumpers got into any problems with rocks or anything. So it's a good idea. Personally, I like the Suga, the Volvo Suga. I think that the Red Moose, I love that thing. I was even thinking of like forking money over it, but somebody beat me to it. That's okay. But I like that. And lately we've seen, I think in the mod chat, and honestly, folks, I don't know if any mods are here, and I need to figure out how to make some people mods, but in the mod chat of SBG and Harley Designs, we kind of been seeing Ford Mustangs 4x4s, which kind of look cool. Who knows? We share way too much sometimes on that mod chat, but I'm glad I'm part of it. Time to get working on the drag bug. Haha, it's in my bedroom. I gotta order some tire. I thought I had some front tires for the rims, so I don't want to show it off. I mean, let me know in the comments. We all like to take pictures of our tiny trucks. Do you wait to even take it out on the trail, or even take a picture of it on your social Instagrams, or show it to your friends until you have it all done? You have all your parts in it and all that. I tend to do that. Sometimes with the paints, I show the process on Instagram and so forth, but before I really show off a build, I always try to finish it first and go, here it is. This is what it should look like. Except for Boomer. Boomer went into different stages and finally got to where it was. Even though I dreamt up something different for it, I think I might do a front bumper / grill thing for it. a grill protector type thing on the Power Wagon body, but we shall see. I love that thing. Yeah, but we'll see if anybody finishes things and then take pictures or take it out on the trail. I don't know. Let's see. And that's where I am with the Bug. I want to get those tires. I might order them tonight. They're only $24, so we'll get those. An SBG Herbie body with carbon would be epic. Yes, it would. And that's the thing. My Class 1, I still have to pick it up. I still have to pick up the car from Josh. He took it home for me because I had to leave early. I need to go get it, and I want to put that Bug body back on there and finish what I wanted to do on the Bug first. So you might not see it until I finish it. Even though I'm going to be making inside parts. I'm going to make inside door panels and put it in. But I think, I don't know, once we get settled, I'm going to start making those videos. I'm going to start scheduling and make a video of that. So we're going to make a video of this. We're going to make a video of number 101, another Tim one. But we'll tie it into a box artwork of some sort. And I have some ideas. And I'm really, really geared up to get situated in the new headquarters, but also start picking up my YouTube game. I do enjoy it. I like it more than comping, so I think that's why I'm pushing it. More dogs. Not my dogs, but some more dogs. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's see where we are. Let's see. Woof, boy, I gotta catch up. I'd be curious how it handles a hit for being tube instead of rod. So that's the thing. I bought scale metal supply rod. Was it the 3/16? And I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I thought you're supposed to get rod to save weight, and then maybe 1/8 in solid rod. So tubing, 3/16 rod there. And when I went over to Josh's house and him helping me do all that, I said, no, you don't want tubing. It's, it won't take a hit. Maybe on bumpers. I don't know what, maybe. I was confused on the whole thing. I still am. I'm a very confused individual. Especially like that. I don't even know what day it was, to tell you the truth. And it's funny, the sun's out. Well, one, the sun is out. Two, I didn't even know that it was 6 o'clock. It was like when I got to it. So, yeah. But I think just going to scale mill supply, get some solid rod, 3/16 and 1/8, and you'll be fine. And make sure it's weldable. Make sure it's all that fun stuff. I'm using a brake line for exhaust stacks on my TRX4 10 build. Yeah, I've done that before. And then even went to the hobby store and bought some tubing, or even like Hobby Lobby and some craft store that have that stuff. In fact, the little tailpipe right there, that's just some stainless steel tubing that I cut and put it on there on the power wagon. Looks good. I used to have two, but one fell off, and I said, we'll just keep it one. Or I even bent it. Do I have the piece here? Yeah, I do. Here we go. Here's some tubing here, and I just bent it, smashed it down, and then I just put that on the rear of the chassis, and voila, I have an exhaust. Drilled a couple holes. That's a do-it-yourself right there, that's for sure, So that's it. And I'm not worried about it. I mean, if it got bent, that's more scale, right? So, especially for exhaust. Joe, that was my suggestion to Josh. Huh? We'll give you all the credit. Woo, man, you guys are chatty today. This is good. I'm glad. Maybe I should start doing it at 7 o'clock. I don't know. 3/8 line instead of 1/2 brass tube. Smaller size looks better. I don't know if that's what she said, but we'll go with that, right? We're taking a left turn here. I wore my red Moose shirt for the comp. Got there Thursday night. And Matt was late. That red Moose thing was pretty awesome. I think, and there's another thing. I mean, if Matt wants to be an entrepreneur even more and start, even though it'd probably kill him to make production of Lexan bodies, that would be a good one. Maybe a little wide to make it a little more narrower, or make it out of styrene. But give it to Westmade. tell them, Westmate, let's make some bodies. Do the thing like the buckwheat from Team Garage Hack. It's commissioned to Westmate, and he makes about 20 of them with an interior, which I need to get, and because I'm not going to make one anymore. And just say, here you go, put it on your website and sell it. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll beat him to it. The Porsche was very gutsy and not cookie cutter power wagon. Gotta respect the courage to try something out of the norm. Yeah, and it truly is. You've seen it on Instagram and videos, YouTube and everything, and seeing it in person is a total different experience. The proportions are perfect. The dimensions, everything, all that kind of stuff, all the thought process that Josh did. It's just a piece of art, and I could see, they might sell it, they might not, but gosh, if I did something like that, I'm not selling it. It's above a Ripper, honestly, because there's only two. And again, it's just a piece. It's just a mastery, and they did good. They crawled pretty damn good. I take pictures when it's done. Yeah, that's me. I mean, it's hard not to either. It's like I want to, but not. Like this thing. I was good. I did like a pre-one. Like, hey, we're gonna get back to work, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take a picture of progress. And I got to it, and then it was like 12 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I still have the decals put on there. I stayed up till 1 o'clock this morning to finish that, and then I posted. When I was posting, I was like, so it was hard to. I had to really focus to make sure my post made sense. So, all for Instagram glory. Anyway, so we'll get to this still. Wait, why not no super chat? I want to donate. Hobby Room, I really appreciate that. And the thing is me, I have to make more content. I have to get my hours consistent. I have the viewerships. I got the viewers. YouTube, you have to keep up 4,000 hours per year. So even if I was at 4,000 right now, but let's say tomorrow, and 1 year, let's say some video I did on day one, if it dips under 4,000 that next day or even later on, the super chats and the monetizing thing go away. I appreciate it. I thank you for suggesting it. Even Matt and somebody, where's the super chat? We'll get there. And but the thing is, I'm good. I'll tell you right now. I'll be very transparent. For me, if that happens, it's all going back into this. When I was a musician, I didn't make money. We made money and we just put it back in the band. That's what I plan on doing with that. Just that. I would like to be able to go. Can I get with a local hobby store and say, hey, can I at least borrow this new product and do a little review on it and things like that. So, but I do appreciate that. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's not my retirement plan, that's for sure. It's just, I don't know. I guess when you get to that point, it's a sense of accomplishment more than anything. But please, don't feel like that's why I'm here. I'm not. I do this for fun. It's interesting. People interaction from afar through YouTube, and then at events, things like that. So that's why I do it. But thank you very much. I like mine finished before sharing. Yeah. A Magic Scooter. I don't think he has the views of or something like that yet. Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I will. I'm in the 3,000 range. I just got to be more consistent. The live streams help, but I want to have fun making content, and I will get there. I got the equipment. Got to find the time. And like I said, we'll get to that. In the new, if you saw my post on YouTube, but that was going to be late, you can see my feature workspace. Those weird 3-car garages that are 2-car, and then that 1/3 one that nobody wants because then you have to move. That will be the new Moosejaw studio. I'm hoping to put up some kind of door or barn door or some fancy door, maybe some kind of studio glass door, soundproofing a little bit. Not a full wall and things like that. I'm gonna put some workbenches and some tools, like maybe a drill press and little stations for what I can on start brazing a little bit more now that I feel very confident to do it, because I know I can do it. More paint jobs. I want to make I almost make a mobile paint booth so I could open the garage door and kind of put it there, get that nice warm Nevada air to help dry these things faster and go faster. So we have ideas. So that's what we're going to go with here. Hopefully next week I can set it up, and we'll hopefully do, if the internet's there, and it's all good, we'll probably do another Moosejaw Moosejaw Hour, but I do have ideas. One is, the next one I want to record is number 100. And what I'm going to do with that idea video is go through this. Of course, thank a lot of people like you and everybody else, and Tim and Eric and Brian Sherwood, definitely Josh, because he's probably my number one customer. But other people, Tony Mazza, everything, who've got me to this point with the help with the good old vinyl cutter there, and that's again thanks to Josh and Tony Mazza and all that. And then I want to go into what I think are the top 10 moose jobs. You might have a top 10 moose jobs, but for me, I want to look up specific ones that were challenging, ones that I want to keep, wish I would have kept, and then also just ones that I think just look good. I'm going to do a top 10 moose jobs out of the 100. Maybe we'll pay some homage to number 1, okay, because number 1 was a big deal, obviously, because that started me down this rabbit hole, and so forth. So yeah, we're gonna, so there's the next episode, and then I'm going to do number 101. The next moose job number 101 is going to be kind of special, but we're not going to be any spoilers. Tim knows, but he's not going to say anything. I might have said it earlier, but a little bit. And then I had another idea. Again, I have to write down these ideas for a third one. I still want to do my, there it is, my little TX4 running video review on that with the things I put in there. So I got ideas. The idea is to create more content. There's plenty of how-to videos, but we'll do how-to, we'll show you how to paint a little bit, and be honest how much time it takes. Oh boy, let's see. It doesn't suck. That's it. David Whitaker, looking to fab a bed for my TRX4 Sport. A little anxious about it. Anxious is good, David. And as long as you know what supplies you have, maybe ask some questions to the experts like Josh, obviously, and or anybody who's willing to, even Matt, or even like Scale Metal Supplies. He'll tell you. A nice, friendly Instagram message, and just being simple and straight to the point. A lot of people are very, very useful to get that information to you, to help you out. Plus, YouTube has so much information. When I did fix the welding, the brazing, I should say, on my Class 2, and I had an educational student make a cage for me. It was abstract artwork. Her effort was there, but the experience and the idea of how to make it simple, keep it simple, kind of escaped. She got a grade, she got a passing grade, but it wasn't going to work on my truck. So I had to fix it, and I could see the back half of it could work. So I cut it, I bent it, I shaped it, and then I brazed some plates for it to mount, so I could screw it onto the body and all that, and it came out perfect. Once I get the body back, I'll show you. And Josh did my my bumpers for me, and then I fix my little cage. And then once I tell you the truth, once I did it, it's the second time I've done it, but I kind of did it on my own with no help and no one over my shoulder yelling at me. Then all of a sudden, well, this is ridiculous. I could do this. Let's get some proper tools to shape the notches and everything into the tubing and all that. And a good, decent tube bender and just some common little tools that I found are not that hard to get and cool to have. And it's funny, your family members are very happy if you start investing in tools. Maybe because you'll fix things later on. I don't know. But it's always nerve-wracking. Painting's nerve-wracking. But once you do it and you put it in there and you fix your mistake, you identify your mistakes and you fix them. Or maybe you see a mistake, but you just go with it and make it work. Right? It almost sounds like me being a musician. Same thing, or anything. Put it in any aspect, you'll get that, I'm new to this also. Hey, we're all news. Yeah. Let's see. Chassis down with pics. Let's see. What's up, all? Toby Thorogood. What's up, all? How's it going, Joe? I like taking pics of the chassis when it's done, then pics when finished. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've seen that too. That's a good point too. There's plenty of chassis out there. I mean, I think, gosh. So now there's new releases. There's Element. There's the Basecamp kit. What else is new out there? I know there's more out there. I think we're up to like 46 new releases since the new year, beginning of new year. So there's plenty of choices. And, there's definitely, we're almost halfway through. So there's going to be more. There's going to be more. Axial Fest. Well, that's this weekend, so maybe that's why they mentioned the chassis, but maybe there's something else they're going to announce in July for the one in California. We'll see. Element with the Ultron and or the Utron, whatever how you pronounce it. I saw that Matt was like thinking of putting a new body. I said, it'd be kind of cool to see what you could do with that. But we'll see. Not the most. I want to get an Element, and I like the long wheelbase. I actually like the longer wheelbase, especially helps push up the some tough hills to get momentum going. But the Ute, not quite my bag, baby. It could, and I like it, but I don't. It's not for me. And god damn it, put some inner fenders in that thing. It's all about inner fenders. Hide that stuff. Let's see. Good morning. Morning, party people. Yes, Yeti boy, we are having a party. I drank all my water, so I don't know. Looking to fab a bed. I already did that one. Joe, how many hours of YouTube do you need until we can donate to? I need to get to 4,000 and keep it there and constant. So that's why you create content, to keep going. I was looking at our friends' videos. It's amazing how much they have over time. And somebody's barking. Who's barking? Are they barking at the sheep? I don't know. But we'll get there. Might be my dog. In case. Somebody hears me. But we'll get there. Let's see what else. I hope they come out with a Portal Basecamp kit. All right, there you go. Yep. Appreciate your candor. Hey, thank you, Dave. You gotta be honest, right? In my opinion, I have to top Moosejaw, Joe. You did such a great job that I can't bring myself to run it. See, but that's my rule, Eric. These aren't shelf queens. That's up to you if you do or not. But I always like when I see out in the wild, I'll share that. Say, there's a Moosejaw out in the wild. So there's some I wonder if still even around. I think number 1 got destroyed. That's for sure. It was a creep body. I don't know. Gosh. And then I did some Ripper interiors, and those were sold. I don't know. We'll have to see. The one that I liked a lot is one I did for Gunner. I used a copper with a black and gunmetal and silver or bright gunmetal stripe, Toyota stripe on it. I wanted to keep that. And he won't run it because it looks too good. And I'm like, man, I would. I would. I pre-ordered the U-Tron. I'm psyched. Don't care for the body so well. See what we can do with it. There you go. And that's the hobby, right? See what we can do with it. It does have front inner fenders. Oh, well, just the front. But not rear, right? Definitely. Which needs a lot of help. The rear needs some help. Just received a Challenger body from Delta Plastics for my felony. Any suggestions on colors? Clinton, what I usually do is I'll go to Google. I'll put custom and then put in car make and then paint jobs. So custom Challenger paint jobs. Keep Google simple. And just go through the images and see something that inspires you. Maybe you like the paint scheme, but not the colors, but you like that paint color. So you could try to think of that. Another thing that I played with is AI Midjourney if you're on Discord. That helped me with my bug body that I did for regionals, and it got most realistic. But I did something weird on the rear fenders of a Volkswagen Bug. They totally don't. They're just gunmetal gray with some kind of silver stripes in it, and actually looks good. It doesn't distract. Actually adds to it. So AI is a good thing to get some inspiration, and then also, like I said, just Google and see something you like and go for it. I will say, try to match up things that I like Tamiya paint. I trust Tamiya paint. I have no problem with Tamiya paint. Spastic, the candy colors and so forth. I'm not really good at it. I'm not bad, but I'm not great. Not enough to, that. And then, what was it, Pactra or, God, there's some other brands that I haven't tried. The Traxxas paint, I mostly like the black. And what I like the black mostly for is when I'm done with everything, if it's a nice clean job, or even patina outside. On the inside, my last color is going to be that black. Or even for a bed. Because it's slightly textured. Just a slightly little texture to it that I think adds a little simple depth to the final look to it. So, especially inside or anything like that. It just looks, I don't know, that black outside, flat, all by itself. Don't even have to add flat. It looks good. Matt did it on his straight axle Tonka VS410 Phoenix on the outside, and it looked good too. It adds almost like a bed liner type texture, but not overdone either. It's just hard to explain. And all their paints are like that. If you go to look at Traxxas and you open and look at the paint, that weird texture to it. But I like it. I think it's perfect. But again, when you're picking in colors, I got some Proline. It's okay. So it could be good, it could be okay, or it could be like makes you worried. That's why I like Tamiya. Tamiya is just consistent. You can't go wrong with Tamiya. I wish they would figure out some other colors or more add colors, but that's the Tamiya way. A nice maroon, burgundy, or oxblood. Look that up. Oxblood is so sweet. But you can achieve oxblood other ways. So, I'm rambling. How's it hanging? Delia is hanging. We're hanging. So is that your 100th body you've painted? This is my 100th commissioned body I painted. I've painted a lot of other ones, but these are commissioned ones. So let's talk about this. So this is the VS410 Pro half cab, which is emulated of a International Scout 80. I love this body. I love International Scouts myself, and my dad had one of these. I still one day will have to paint one like his. It was tomato soup red, faded red with a white top on it. Because that's another story. But this is Tim's. He wanted a simple, and this is why I kind of did it. I had a window opportunity to work on it before packing everything up, and I said we could do this tonight. So I got this going, and it's gunmetal. All right, Tamiya gunmetal, and then we did put a pearl on there. I don't know if you're gonna. There you go. We did put a pearl clear first, and then we put good old PS7 orange. I usually like the pure orange from Tamiya. I don't know the number offhand, but went with orange. And one thing I will say, I wouldn't back it with silver right away. I would back the yellow and the orange, possibly even plain red with white. Do some Tamiya white behind it first to keep it bright, and then maybe one coat or good 2 coats, and then you could do a silver behind that. And that's what I did. So there is pearl, there's orange, there's white, and then silver, and then gunmetal again. Usually I gunmetal everything. Again, that Traxxas black, or even if it's Tamiya gunmetal, I like to do that. But I thought, the silver and all that looks okay. All right, so that's 5 different paints, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Just for the orange. For the gunmetal, it was a little simpler. That's simply gunmetal, PS 53, I can't remember, 23, and then silver. And then, of course, I backed it with more gunmetal after that. Okay, it seems like your primary colors, your blues, not so much blue, but your green, yellow, and orange, you should back it with a white. Okay, that bright green, or what they call it, it's not sublime green. To me, I think it's bright green. And even their blue or light blue, I think they call it light blue. Definitely just white. It just ensures you get that color that you want first. Because if I've done yellow, like on a Toyota thing, and then I'm thinking, well, let's save time, let's just do silver, and it just slightly change it to a dull, I want to say, just not as vibrant yellow as it could have been. So don't be afraid. It's a lot of paint, I know, $7, $8 a can, but you get the results you want. And simple terms too. I'm no airbrush demons and flames kind of guy, but and those guys are talented too, that's for sure. But for me, just to make something real. And that orange, actually, I wasn't sure about it first, but again, you never know. So we were talking about this earlier. It's like, we're kind of apprehensive to do things because we don't think it's going to turn out the way we want it. And honestly, folks, that's actually good, because surprise, surprise, it turned out great. We got something that we didn't expect, and it turned out great. That, I truly believe, goes into a lot of aspects in life, music, as a musician or an artist or anything. When you're working with someone or people, or even just on a project, you don't know the expectations, but you're always surprised when they come out. And I think that's a good thing. It doesn't have to be exact, Yeah, it allows for creativity and happiness. I still haven't run my first Phoenix body you painted for me. Come on, Tim. My hard body you have will be my show truck. The other one you have will definitely be ran. Okay. I want to get one of those hard bodies. The Mojave RC four-wheel drive 4-door Toyota truck. I think I like those. Let's see. What else we got? What are your views on the Tamiya BBX Buggy? I want. That thing's awesome. I think I'm kind of new to buggy racing. I got my little, what is that? Team Associated B6.3. I don't even know, .1. But I think we're going to see more of a return to the retro-looking style buggies. You see it with Kyosho, And you see some people who are able to use those old bodies on these newer style chassis. And the BBX is gorgeous. I think that's awesome. I like the color that Matt did. That purple is perfect, and probably even retro, retro with it. So you're gonna. I think we're gonna see more of that old school look instead of that what they have now. It's. That's why I kind of painted this. Let's go ahead and grab it. That's why I kind of painted this one like a Formula One car, because it kind of is. Alright. Let's not put that on the car. We don't want any scratches. Not yet. So these Buggy style bodies now, with the cab forward, it's like a dirt Formula One car. That's what they look like. And that's why I painted it like Valtteri Bottas Formula One Buggy. I think that they're gonna go back, or at least have more options about the retro style Buggy look. And I applaud it, I encourage it, and I love the BBX. I think it looks good. I want one day. I still have a Grasshopper to build. I have a Sand Scorcher to build. That's about it. Things I have to build, but there's plenty to finish. I still have that Volkswagen Bus to finish. I mean, it runs, but I gotta mount the body without body clips. Things like that. So, yeah, I think I love the BBX. And I like the Kyosho Dirtmaster. I think it looks good. Simple look on the Dirtmaster, but I think it looks perfect. So, but I'm on a BBX. I think it'd be a lot of fun to have. And I think you'll see some classes at your local track racing that kind of style with strict stock electronics type things. We'll see. Let's see. Where were we? I really like let's see. Eric, I would hope that they would make an IFS2 kit like they had for the first. I'm surprised they didn't come out of the kit. But maybe because it did good at first and then it didn't. And then they started putting them in their cars. So they're probably at that point. I think Element's just at the point they're going to put the IFS in their cars and sell them. What have you done? Hydro dip. Ooh. I know hydro dips, mostly because of guitars, and Steve Vai has a lot of hydro dip guitars, and I've seen some people do it on that. That'd be really cool. It's just something that doesn't appeal to me to try. What does appeal to me is RC Patina guy's been playing with water decals and creating your own, and they're just black and white or black and transparent, like no ink, and you put your clear first. And then you put your water decal that you could print off your printer. I have the paper. And then you coat it again with another clear or whatever color you want to put after that. That appeals to me. I'm a big Lebowski fan. And I was going to do some stencils. But now I'm thinking I'm going to find some of those black and white photos and print them out. And use that. That interests me, so I want to try that. Hydro dip just doesn't interest me, not yet. We'll see if it does later. I hate when the underbody isn't black or charcoal. Yeah, same here, Hobby Room. We like taking pictures, and I've learned taking, and you see some people with good-looking trucks, but if they take a picture of it, it's like, wow, I can see wires. I can see through the whole thing to the other side. Or, why not try to fool people with our photography, which is kind of fun sometimes. I thought that was real. Why? Because we took some time to make some things dark. And I even put Tamiya pigments on the inside a little bit where you would see them and cover it with flat metal and so forth. Again, just to make it look realistic, just even when I'm trailing by myself or taking a picture of it. I think that it's just those little things that nobody notices, but at the same time captures your attention. And I think that's good to say. Let's see. I I don't have an element rig yet, so I'm hoping for a chassis kit. Yeah, I have a couple elements. I had 3. I don't have the long wheelbase one, and I'm gonna do. That was my 3rd video idea. I'm gonna do something with that J Concepts Morvair station wagon. I got the paint scheme already, but I'm gonna make my own bumpers for it because it is kind of needs its own bumpers. We shall see. Let's see. Chassis kit would be great. Yeah, we'll see if they come out with a chassis kit. Exactly when we can hope. I have painted 3 RC bodies, and I have the J Concepts 95 Ford body, waiting for color ideas. Again, Half Hawaiian, thanks for being here. Hit the like and all that stuff. Like I said, I would Google that year body and put the word custom. Put 95 Ford, and whatever it's the F-150 or whatever, and then custom. And see what some ideas come out there. And again, like I said, AI, Midjourney, that's pretty. You put /image, and that prompts it. And I even made something for my number 100 episode that I'm going to do, and it gives you ideas. And you can say variation. Okay, I like that one, but I want more variations, and it'll generate all these different paint schemes and colors for you to get you some ideas. So try it out. BBX for the win. I agree. It is super cool. It looks so good. And it's slightly bigger too, which is even better. So it reminds me of. I want to get that Team Associated sand rail type buggy one that they had. I think those were hard to work on though. So I saw one for sale though on some RC relocation website. I use waterslide decals to create a Hellraiser themed truck. There you go. Yeah. Photography is an awesome secondary part of the hobby. Yeah, I agree, David. This is something I never thought I'd be into. Was never really a good photographer. I don't think I am now, but I never really thought about it until maybe one in my rock and roll days, and we had to do band photos and look good. But when I got into this, and you're so proud of like what you created, you know, it's like, oh, that belongs in a museum. No, it belongs on my iPhone. So that's what I think. Oh, should we follow M and J and spend the last 3 minutes talking about instrument building? Would be like their Formula 1 talk. Yeah, we're not going to talk about instruments. No. All right, folks. Anyway, so again, here's Moose Job number 100. This is for Tim. There was some people say, "Can I be 100?" Which I was very flattered by. Thank you. But I just saw a window last night, and I said, I'm going to start something. I want to get back to working on my strengths and so forth. And we even got the nice interior there. We got kind of a flat orange, not perfectly orange. With it's mostly black underneath, but kind of looks like it's worn seats in a way. We got an orange, even though you can never tell, but it's an orange dashboard with a black vinyl flat top on there. There's so much you can do with those interiors. And again, you can see kind of inside. Hope you can see inside. It's dark. It's not orange. Could be orange. It could be. But I think it would be better just keep dark. Keeps the realism inside. Yeah. And there we go. There you go, Tim. There we go. It was job number 100. So again, even though I'm going to make a video on this, thank you for all those who trust me with your tiny trucks. And I was a little late, so we still have 9 minutes, so we could keep going a little longer. I can't thank you folks enough. I can't thank Tony Mazza, Josh Thede, Matt Kett, Gunnar Nissen, because he trusted me on some charity ones. Also, their names escape me, but the F Cancer folks, I did some freebies for them. That just, one, it was a good cause, but two, made some noise for my my need to be paid attention to. And I also want to say, I forget who won it. I saw it today, but somebody. So we had Moosejaw number 99. That was the Pendleton sweater one. And the client, unfortunately, got preoccupied with other things he was more interested in and also had to pay for and so forth. And I took it to regionals, and it was a donation. We donated as a raffle. And that was the cliffhanger body. And let me see if I can find his name up here. I think so. Let's get away from my personal name. Ugh, that's gross. Well, I put it on the Facebook, didn't I, at regionals? Gosh, I forget. I think it's Mike. I can't remember. Anyways, I just found out before the stream, so that's why I don't know his name. But he won, and I'm very happy. And he had a great painted body too. His power. No, it was a Westmade buckwheat, the half Volkswagen, half truck, and his paint job was almost that blood red that I like, that transparent red, see-through and everything. Looked gorgeous. And he won it, so that's cool. And hope to see it out in the wild. Do you still have your first painted RC body? Ooh, good question. No. My first, so it was probably 19. Oof, going back here. Okay, hockey season, the Rangers won. So I want to say 1994. I got an HBI, and it was a nitro touring car. The only reason I got it because it was the Audi Quattro touring car IMSA one that I love that car. That red, silver, black. Anyways, I painted that one. I was such a newbie and probably shouldn't have gotten the nitro that I never ran the thing. And then I sold it. So it's out there somewhere. Hopefully still together. Yeah, the last paint job I did for myself was probably the Bug, the ones for regionals. So, but my first one, no, I don't have it. Before that, I was into the slot cars, and the I forget what scale they were. I got what 12 scale? I forget what scale they were. That'd be big. Anyways, there were sprint cars and all that, and Lexan. And I used to paint those. I wasn't as good as my friend Dan, who had an airbrush, very good painter for little slot cars. But that's where I kind of learned how to at least work with Lexan, and then it was a little compromising working on a big body that first time with that. Even the the Fat Fox Tamiya semi truck, the one I did for Josh. I thought I had to paint the red and the blue and the white. No, I just needed simple colors, and then they had all those 200 plus stickers to put on there. It's like, God, I spent all that time to get it right, and I didn't need to. Yeah, I don't know. If there's anything that I don't want to sell because I love my paint job, obviously I love my Boomer right there. I love that thing. That's more of a build than a paint job. But other than that, I don't know. I like the Lloyd. I like that Lloyd. I like that paint job. And it's not that extravagant. It's just a tribute to the greatest Americans in the world, Teddy Roosevelt. That's all. We saw those dirty photos. Dirty RC trucks are acceptable. Yes, they are. Tim, you are welcome. Can't wait to see it in sunlight. I know that pearl. I used 3 coats of pearl. And that last one was pretty on thick. So it should be shiny like that. Hey, Phoenix. How are you? Did you wake up from a nap? If so, I'm jealous. If Josh sees that orange rig, it might start a bidding war. Now, Tim, let us know. Is this because I think there's on a Vanquish box artwork? This is what it emulates, or this is just some color scheme that you like? We'll see. Congratulations on 100, sir. Thank you, Half Hawaiian. I really appreciate it. And it's thanks for you. Thanks to the better half who, you know, when I got in this hobby, she's like, oh crap, another hobby? Really? How much is this gonna cost? You know, And we go to the hobby store once a week, just so I could pick one thing. But then when I built Boomer, and it got first place at Pro Line by the Fire, and it's the first time I ever put a car down at a concourse. And, I came home from that weekend, and I showed her my trophy and showed it on the Instagram stuff, and then she goes, "Okay, you're good at this. All right, continue." You may continue. And she probably regrets saying that ever since. But it's been a journey. I mean, I never thought I would be YouTube. I never thought I was gonna get into painting this much and creating. Never thought I'd have a relation with Vanquish or even Reefs. My two, and of course Scale Builders Guild. I never thought, and I appreciate it. I'm very, very, very appreciative of all this, and don't take it for granted. It's been a weird trip, and meet all these people. It's funny seeing John Schultz. John Schultz is a beautiful human being. He is so kind. He's a prankster, but he is such a genuine person. But I haven't told John yet. When I went to my first Axial Fest in 2017, and I sat down for the raffle, and I remember some guy I camped with, he goes, "Make sure you bring a chair. You're going to be a while." And I remember Schultz pulling off the numbers, saying the numbers for the raffle, and then creating those distractions to talk about sponsors. It took like 4 hours to go through and give away stuff. I hated John. Because he would just prolong it. And I understand why, but it's like, just say the number so I could go to my campsite and go to sleep. But then I met John, and again, another journey just to meet John. Elio, a great builder, to meet him as well. Great guy. And Kolaski, Rock, a great styrene worker. Meeting some people here and at the events, and so kind to say hi and everything. And it's been a weird journey. I love it, and that's why I continue on with the YouTube and painting, building, and I'm going to start focusing more on my strengths, but also things I could learn from, like brazing and so. So yeah, I thank you to everybody. I get to meet Phoenix. Phoenix is a funny guy, and Ben. We got to meet Jesse and Alex and Dana and Travis, the other mods, one day. But yeah, it's a great time. Who else is? Clint's here. Is Clinton here? Eric Baker, missed the notice. That's no problem. I didn't really make a notice because we were dealing with house stuff. Good old house stuff. How dare you be late, Phoenix? Hey, Half and Miyoki, Mike. Elio is a great guy. Great guy, great builder. Very, very creative. And he's kind of like, he's not like me, but we have some of the same mantra. Use what you got. If something's laying around or you see something and it's like, that would work, that's great. No box art for the orange and gunmetal. Goes with the wheel choice. Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. I think it looks pretty good with these gold and reds, I have to say. And the black. It's kind of Hot Wheelish, and we won't get into Hot Wheels. In any case, folks, it is 8:10. The missus is buzzing me to see what I'm up to, so I better get to that. Plus, get back to packing and get ready to move the Moosejaw RC headquarters 5 miles that way. But we'll have a bigger space. Hopefully, we'll have Wi-Fi/internet. And the Wi-Fi, whew, knock on wood, Wi-Fi all of a sudden decided to work right before the stream started. I have the Ethernet cable, and the Ethernet was going back and forth. Like, come on, just stay on. So I said, okay, we'll try Wi-Fi again. And it stayed on. And I can say that because we're 1 hour in. So, yay. Congrats on episode, well, almost episode. Body number 100. I don't know. we're up to 100, I guess, soon. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you for that, folks. Yes, it helps. We'll get to those hours. We'll have more content. I'm energized. I got ideas. I got to get Phoenix a camera so we could do the Phoenix Moosejaw Hour. 5 miles can be a lot. Yeah, but here's the thing, Phoenix. My work is that way too, so it saves me actually 10 minutes. And I only have to make one easy left-hand turn onto the major highway called Highway 50. I still have to watch out for horses, wild horses, but that's about it. Anyways, folks, we'll hopefully see you next week. I'm going to probably say no guarantees because we got to make sure there's internet at the new casa. But again, thank you for joining. Thank you for everything. Thank you for number 100. Thank you for all this and all the people I thanked earlier. And we will see you. Get yourself... oh, yeah. We were going to discuss this. Get yourself this. Get this kit. This looks pretty good. This is the new high camp. And thank God they beefed up that panhard. But anyways... the other thing I like about it is that it's low. It'll give you some room for an interior. Let's get a good picture of it. There was one. Well, as you can see, it's just low, so you can put an interior there pretty good. So anyways, I forgot to talk about that, but we'll talk about it another day. Again, thank you. Cheeseburgers and fries, and we'll see you later. Wish me luck in the move.